Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking at a 1998 Subaru Sambar. This one here is a K-Truck from Subaru, 660cc, 4-cylinder engine. Not many manufacturers did a 4-cylinder 660cc, but Subaru did. This one has 34,000 original kilometers on it and is in fairly good condition. It has a few things here or there like many of these K-Trucks do, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. Have a quick listen to the engine. Okay, so the engine running condition is good. It is a little stumbly at idle. I think with just a proper run-in, it's going to be fine. Many of these K-Trucks before they're sold can be several months between the last time that they were driven and by the time that they're sold. And I think that probably just some new fuel, a nice good Italian tune-up does these cars really well. What's unique about the Subaru, and this is the only K-Truck that does this, is the engine is back past the rear axle. It's below or underneath this black cover here, which actually is pretty dented in this section, unfortunately. But the engine appears to be okay. All the other K-Trucks will have the engine either front mid or rear mid like the Acti. Because it's all the way in the back, this gives you the most amount of rear traction if that's something that you need. These K-Trucks are very, very light, and most of the weight is over the front axle because the back is almost nothing. And so having the engine further back gives the rear-wheel drive more grip, and like this one, many of them are four-wheel drive, and so having the distributed weight like that can be a nice little benefit. Here's the auction inspection sheet. This is the information given to us from the auction, so let's go ahead and translate that. It's a 1998 Subaru Sambar four-wheel drive. These are selectable four-wheel drives, so you can run them two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. And it's auction grade 3.5, interior and exterior grade are both C, which seems reasonable. 34,871 kilometers, and the report here says windshield rock chip, which in my opinion is nothing to worry about. Interior scratched, dirty, and wear. Seat wear and dirty. Interior is scratched and dirty. The bed has scratches and dents. And we have a U2 here and a U2 here. Those are both medium-sized dents. Okay, so overall not too bad. This one's going over to the USA. It was bought from us from auction. And let's give you a full 360 of the K-Truck. K-Trucks have been incredibly popular selling to the USA. Tons of these are making their way over there. There's a big appetite for them, which is kind of funny. You wouldn't think something like this would be good in the US. If you look at most Asian countries, these things are everywhere. And Japan, of course, is where they all come from originally. Look at this. An American skateboard company sticker on the back. That's kind of weird. But then with the popularity of these as a used vehicle, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but why aren't new ones sold? Would that not be crazy for Subaru to be like, look, we're seeing tons and tons of these heading over to the USA. Why don't we start selling new ones? Now, probably, crash safety regulations or something like that would get in the way. Or the truck manufacturers would be like, we're not letting those trucks in because they are cheap and efficient and work good as a work truck. So we're going to do something to make sure the regulations don't allow them in. I don't know, maybe that's me just being a little bit cynical, but oh my gosh, the package that these come in, very fuel efficient, can carry tons of stuff in the back, and can get in and out of small places, four-wheel drive, for like landscapers, farms. These things are just amazing. And the equivalent of this, like a side-by-side or something like that, can be so expensive compared to this. And AC. No AC in the side-by-side, at least none of the ones that I know of.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
Okay, so let's go now over the damages. We have a dent here with some scratches. You're going to want to deal with that before it turns into rust. The U2 on the side is down here. This part of the door has been dinged in. Okay, now there's these caps on the top of the bed, and they're bent a little bit, so they need to be replaced. There are a bunch of companies that sell those caps. You can see this one in the back too. Looks like it warped because of heat or something. The back corner is taking a little bit of damage there. Because of that, this is bent. Got a little spot of rust there, but the bed, super clean. Of course, it's got scratches, but it's pretty common for these to accumulate a decent amount of rust in them. This one's quite good. It does have rust on the back rack here. And on the top of it up there. Not too bad. Remember, this is 25 years old. It still has a decent amount of life left in it. Back here has been dented in. We have some rust there. And then it said U2 on the front door here. So if you look here, there's a series of small dents, like door dings. They're not too bad. Okay, we got a bit of rust inside this door handle as well. And, oh, just notice this, a pretty big dent right here. So I think in general, the auction sheets are usually a little bit more telling of what damage is on the car than on this one. There is a little bit of, variance between how good these auction sheets are. I wouldn't say any one auction is particularly bad. Some of them are maybe a little bit worse, but the ones that are worse also tend to have better prices, so there is some balance there. This one here was bought by J.U. Oita. Actually, this is, I believe, the first time we've ever bought from this auction, because it is a very small auction. We've been in business for more than 15 years, but J.U. Oita is a uniquely small auction, like 200 cars or something like that. Okay, front bumper's a little bit discolored. I don't know, most of these K-Trucks, the body isn't as big of a deal. Because they are work vehicles primarily. Excuse me. But this one, not too far off at all. So, super simple in here. Your door cards are just a flat piece of particle board with a vinyl wrapping on them. A few little damages from a seat belt getting stuck in there. Some chips in the paint right there. And a little bit of chips on the edge of the door. The seats. K-Trucks notoriously rip on this seam right here. This one's no different. It's only small, not the biggest thing. You can get seat covers for these. They're still fairly easy to find for all K-Trucks. Okay. So headliner's looking all right. Dashboard has a bit of glue here. This one doesn't have power steering, but it does have AC. Rubber mats make it really easy to clean out if you need to. 5-speed manual on many of these K-Trucks is very nice to have. There's Jacob coming in an S15. A very nice looking one at that. Very, very basic. We don't even have a CD player in here. You don't need a CD player anymore. You do have an ashtray with somebody's old cigs in it. Yes. You want to try Japanese cigs? You can try those secondhand ones. And I'm just noticing a little bit of damage here to the vent. There. And a little handmade flower thing. There you go. Okay. Super simple. Super cheap. These are 25% import tax because they are classified as a truck, but because of the low price of them in auction, it's still worth bringing them in. You can get these landed in the USA for $5,000 all day long, depending on the condition. You can pay a little bit more, a little bit less, but $5,000 is super easy. That's going to be all for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice day.